low key, before we do this video, man, let's do a freestyle. I need to, man. I need to get right, bro. Okay, yeah. He is holding a knife. Yeah, you know that I don't want to fight, cause I can't fight, stand back. Bruh. Yeah, you know that I'ma get.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Okay, we are watching some scary animation that is horror. Yeah, I'm all up on the border, running around. Yeah, you know I'm gonna go around your town. Give me the crown.
Ah, you is so nasty. Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, I woke up at 9.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
We don't care.
Give me some shine. Yeah. Okay. Give me some limes. I'm already sweating today, man. It's too early for y'all rate that down below. I don't want to see all my DMs roast me. So keep it down below. Okay, so for today, I'm back to react to some scary animations. And time goes like really fast because I feel like I just reacted to some of these, but it's been over a month. Like, what are you doing? But if y'all gave these a lot of love, I made a whole playlist for it, so go check it. Then I'll do these like, I don't know, like I'll do these more frequently for y'all. Now, if y'all got some good animation channels or some videos, y'all could drop some links down below and I'll react to them next. But let's hop on this. We have Llama Art's Midnight Horror Story animated. Now, if you've seen this, I'm sorry, but I be late, like, for everything. Like, you don't understand.
oh, bro.
Midnight Horror Story. Yeah, okay.
I'm not making this video for attention, or sympathy, or anything. I just want anyone who can help me to do that. My name's Daniel, and this is a story I wish I didn't have to tell.
Daniel in the building.
I've been a night owl my entire life. As a teen, I used to stay up way past midnight every night, watching terrifying videos on YouTube.
Could it be me?
No, now they were nothing compared to the horrors of
What
the
the?
real world. Nothing compared to the tragedy my family and I went through.
We already, Daniel, before I even start, what are those on the bottom? Okay, I see you like soccer at the top. Now, if you like soccer, why are you up watching scary videos? You got practice tomorrow. If I see my son up late like this.
Family and I went through. The story I'm gonna tell to you now. My
Get on with
parents,
it.
being teachers, had always emphasized the importance of sleeping well to me, and would definitely disapprove of my late night routine. So I knew that if they'd caught me up at that time, I'd be in big trouble.
Okay.
At first, this wasn't a problem, but after I told them about a child predator in our neighborhood that I'd seen in one of my videos, they seemed to grow more and more paranoid,
Boy.
which was obviously understandable. Every night, I'd hear one of them wandering into my room, checking on me, and every night, I'd immediately turn off my light and pretend to be asleep. I never knew for sure if it was my mom or dad coming in, since obviously if I opened my eyes to see, they'd know I was awake. Mostly, I presumed it was my dad, from the heavy-sounding footsteps, but either way,
I don't look like
I
your
found it
dad.
pretty hypocritical for them to preach to me about being up late when they were awake themselves.
Don't look like your dad.
Sometimes I wondered if they knew I wasn't sleeping, because often it was only after what seemed like hours before they'd finally leave and go to check on Alfie. That's my little brother, and Lucy, my little sister.
Boys.
I'd have asked them about it, but I thought it would have confirmed any suspicions, which they seemed to already have about my staying awake deep into the mornings of the next day. Like I said, I guess they were just paranoid about the child predator. It was stupid for me to presume any of these things, and I'll never forgive myself for it, but I did it all the same. Anyway, one day, Lucy's school, where my parents both work, announced a school trip. It meant they'd be gone at some point next month from Saturday morning to Sunday morning, and it meant that I'd finally get to watch the horror movie my friend had lent me, and my parents had refused to let me watch. There was one downside though. I'd be left.
Look at my man's chin. You didn't have any type of thought in your mind. Why Why is my parents looking over me for that long? You wouldn't have any type of suspicion. Oh, I'm not even gonna. Just keep going. Let's just keep going.
Watch. There was one downside, though. I'd be left to look after Alfie. He, being only 6 years old, my mom was reluctant to leave him in my care alone, but my dad defended me, reminding her that Alfie had been up most of the night after a nightmare, so he'd probably sleep most of the day anyway. Besides, he reassured her, he's 17. He can be given a little responsibility. With a heavy heart, my mom agreed. I honestly wish she hadn't.
That
Finally,
greasy hair.
the morning came for them to head off. It took longer than expected because my sister said some of her favorite toy dolls had been stolen. But eventually, my mom persuaded her that they were probably just lost and told me to look for them whilst they were gone. I begrudgingly agreed, and soon they were ready to go. As they were leaving, my mom gave me a stern word, reminding me to lock the doors, not go to bed too late, and take good care of Alfie. She told me she'd be watching through the security cameras to make sure I was looking after him properly. I told her she really didn't have to worry. Then we said our goodbyes, and they were off.
Okay.
Alfie and I spent most of the day playing outside, but came in after the frisbee landed near a strange man who Alfie said had been in his nightmare. I told him that was ridiculous, because even if he somehow was in his dream, he wouldn't be able to remember. Anyway, I went by myself to get it, and I have to admit,
Don't be guessing
the
what
man was fairly
he
creepy.
seen.
He had a huge grin, and his eyes staring right at me.
Bro, if you see this man right here, first of all, why is your belly out? And my man's legs look... Oh my god. Ew. Bruh, why would you even walk towards him? And you get closer and see this form. All I have to see is the form. If somebody's standing weird, why would you walk towards them? They could be on any type of drug.
Right at me seemed to be permanently forced further open than they were designed to go. His clothes all seemed to have been made from someone 50 years younger.
And you're still walking towards him.
Cling to his fully grown body. It was cold, but he was wearing a sun hat, a tiny one for children, which barely fit on his head. I recognized it, but didn't know how at the time.
He got that from somebody.
If I'd learned anything from the videos I spent my nights watching, I'd have abandoned the frisbee and left. But clearly I didn't, because not wanting to feel like a baby, I approached him. As I got closer to the man, his smile disappeared, and he removed the hat and held it behind his back.
That's
I began to see his features in greater detail. He looked tired. He was pale and his eyes were bloodshot and had huge gaping bags.
Boy, your head big as mess. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
The entire time it took me to get to him,
God,
the man didn't move an inch, other than the odd blink. Not even his eyes shifted. At this stage, I was getting uneasy. I just wanted to get it and leave. Hi, can I have my frisbee back, please? Thanks.
Why are you asking?
The thought of that conversation, if you can even call it a conversation, still makes me shiver. I locked the front door as soon as we got home. We were both a bit shaken, and Alfie looked tired, so I gave him some more food and put him to bed. It took him about 2 hours to fall asleep. He kept complaining that he'd have another nightmare about that man. I told him he wouldn't, but he wasn't convinced.
I see him every night.
He whispered to me. Well, if you see him again,
close your
don't
window.
worry. I'll be here to fight him off. This seemed to settle him down, and soon he was fast asleep.
You know you are not fighting
About
nobody.
11, it was time to put my film on. I couldn't have my mom knowing that I was watching it, so I did something naive and ignorant. And something I'll always regret.
Don't tell me you covered the camera.
I turned off the security cameras. I watched it for 2 hours straight. My eyes
Dang, that
never
long movie.
straying from the screen.
You don't even look comfortable.
I replayed the last few seconds of the film. But the sound didn't happen again. It was coming from inside my house.
Do you have surround sound? Like, if you don't, then you know it came from your house.
He didn't reply, but I could see him under the covers, so I thought he was just asleep, and I didn't want to wake him up.
I told you to close your window.
If I thought anything worse had happened, I'd have checked. You okay? I thought maybe I was just worrying too much, hearing things.
Pause. My boy, you's just gonna check his room. You don't think that's a win? Like, how big is your house? First of all, it don't matter what story you are on. You should always have your window closed.
Okay. On guard. Okay, on guard.
You don't know what creature finna get in your house. You will never see me opening my window for nothing. Nothing. This situation right here, you should not have the window open. You seen that crackhead look at you earlier. You know that window not supposed to be open because I was too close to your house, and you know he know where y'all live. I don't know what you got going on, but boy, Daniel, I'm finna roast you with your jail time.
Daddy, chill.
I don't know why I was just going in on him.
It was late, and the film had been scary. Maybe it was just all in my head. I knew from the sound of his voice it was him. Alfie! Alfie? Usually this much noise would have woken him up. Alfie, what's going on? I knew something was wrong. It was him. The doll. I couldn't believe it. It had to be some kind of sick prank. It had to be. But it wasn't. It was the man I'd spoken to earlier.
Oh my god!
My brother.
Oh,
Alfie! I was certain
you don't
he'd
jump
be
out that
gone
window?
before I could reach them. But he didn't set off straight away. He watched as I tried helplessly to do something.
break the
I
window!
screamed and I shouted and I banged on the windows and I tried to open the doors, but nothing worked. It was all in vain.
This dude.
There was nothing I could do for my brother, my best friend.
If you see this man put your brother in his car, you wouldn't quickly snatch a knife and bring it out. Like, you didn't bring no type of weapon. A bat, a pencil. What are you doing?
As he was stolen away from me. It was too late for the police to do anything. It was too late for anybody to do anything. He was gone, and in time, I'd have to come to accept that.
What you finna tell your mom?
You have 9 new messages. First message.
Hello? If you're out with Alfie, call me back when you get back in, please. Love you guys. Bye.
End of message. Second message.
Daniel, we've been trying to get a hold of you for hours. Is everything alright? Did you turn the security cameras off?
They'll be fine. The security system probably just glitched out. Hey, Alfie, just call us as soon as you can, okay? You know how Mom worries.
End of message. Third message.
Listen, Daniel, we're starting to get really worried now. If you don't pick up, one of us is gonna have to come home to check if everything's okay. Please pick up.
End of message. Fourth.
Where y'all been at? He didn't call the police at all.
Daniel,
Like,
are you okay?
get the tag number. Something.
Daniel! What's happened? Please answer. I couldn't bear to tell them anything. That was 7 years ago. We never found him.
It's a YouTube video?
When I asked my parents if they'd seen anything at all,
Okay, you got 1K
they
likes?
checked on us during the night. They only looked at me, concerned and confused. What do you mean? They asked. I could only stare at them in horror. Every night, around 2, you'd come and check on Alfie, Lucy, and me to see if we were sleeping.
Daniel?
They told me. No, we didn't. The police wanted security camera footage of the man, but of course, there wasn't any. It automatically deletes any footage older than 24 hours, which meant I'd been mindless enough to stop it recording on the only night we could have seen him. You know, the strange thing is, I don't even know if I want Alfie to be alive. Because if he is, God knows what that monster has done to him. Sorry if I've gone on too long, but the guilt's been killing me. I had to get it out somehow. I only tell it as a story because, well, people like stories, and I want as many people to hear this as possible. Alfie, if somehow you're watching, I love you, and I'm so sorry. Please, don't lose hope. And to the man who took you, it's not too late. If you have any heart at all, and even if you don't, please let my little brother come home. To everybody else, if someone comes into your bedroom at night, open your eyes. You never know who it might be. I still stay up late at night. But it's not because I don't want to sleep. It's because I can't. In case anyone sees Alfie, this is the last good photo we took of him. That's it. Stay safe. Thank you.
Dang. My man Alfie, I think that's his name. Even at night, if your parents came in and they open the door and walk up to you, that should be enough to wake you up. I know it would be for me. Maybe. He messed up. That was fully Daniel's fault. The next animation, our second animation, is Baldi's scary jump scare. I don't know what I thought about clicking on this at all, but I wanted to get scared. Jump scared, I mean. I haven't had a lot of animations that scared me yet. Jump scared. Boy.
Before you is an animatronic found in the back alley.
I can't believe it. You're doing fantastic.
This camera work wonky. I promise it'll
We
be
are
worth it.
unsure of its
Whoa.
origins. It is your job to complete the maintenance checklist before claiming it as salvage. Or, if you choose to, you can throw it back into the alley where you found it and forfeit payment. Please make your choice now. You have chosen to proceed with the maintenance checklist. Remember, use your company-issued taser to return the animatronic to a neutral state if you feel that it's becoming unstable or aggressive.
I'll throw
You
that
can
jump
only
back in the
use it
alley.
3 times before it begins to damage the animatronic and decrease its value. Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
Is that slobber?
Document results.
What are you
Begin
writing
audio
on?
prompt in 3, 2, 1.
What the heck?
Document
These sounds
results.
kind of wonky. Bro.
Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you better push that hand back. Yeah. Get tased. Get tased. Bruh. This junk got me on my toes. Okay.
Document results. Begin audio prompt
Okay.
in 3, 2,
You ain't
1.
doing nothing. Come on. Okay. You ain't doing nothing.
Document results.
Come on. Whoa.
Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
What is the... What are we waiting for? It's... Okay. 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 Taser. Okay. Okay. Oof. Bruh. Are you gonna look? Where did he just go?
Document results.
Pathetic.
Okay, so we're just gonna ignore that second animation. The last animation that we have for today is True Clown Horror Story Animated.
We don't care.
Let me tell you something. We don't care.
Now, if you've seen it before, Pennywise, do not come after me, bro. I'm the wrong one, bro. I'm not like them other kids. I'll kick you right back down in that sewer, bro. Do not try me.
I was 13 when this happened. My parents left on a business trip to LA, so I had to stay home.
Okay.
My dad gave me his card so that I could order whatever I needed, so
pizza?
I kinda enjoyed being alone. And I wasn't scared because I've been home alone so many times, and besides, it was only for 3 days.
Okay.
Well, this was around the time the clowns were breaking into houses and doing some weird stuff. But they never came to my area since they usually hit more quiet places.
I remember, what year was that? That was like, wasn't that 2017? It was all them clown videos going up. I think I saw one. Or it was just a random person walking through the woods. I don't know what I saw. If that time ever comes back around and you catch me playing basketball,
You won't get hit with his pump.
that was kind of hard.
Especially the area near a forest. Although we had a fence that could easily allow someone to climb over, we didn't really think much about it because the area where we lived in was very safe. Anyway,
That don't mean
it was
nothing.
around 6 p.m. and this was in the winter, so it got dark pretty fast. We had a glass room at the back of the house, also known as a conservatory, and it leads straight to the garden. The room was right next to the kitchen. I got a little hungry, so I went to the fridge, took out some snacks, and went back to the living room to continue watching TV. There was a roof on the glass room that intensified any sound that landed on top of it, even the gentlest drop of water. That day, it was raining heavily, so it was too noisy to hear anything except the rainfalls pounding on the roof. About a few minutes later, I was quite sleepy, so I decided to go up to my room and lay down. I was about to grab my phone and check my social media, but then I heard something drop really hard on something downstairs. It really creeped me out. I got really scared, but decided to go downstairs to check, thinking that it would be nothing.
A big old scared
So I
tits.
came out of my room, went halfway down the staircase, and looked down the hallway. The whole area was dark, but I knew that someone was standing there. I saw the back of a silhouette. I quickly went to my room, trying not to make any noise. Then I heard someone walking around the living room.
You gonna lock the door
I
though?
immediately called the police and whispered to the operator that I needed help ASAP. But all of a sudden, I had a sneezing fit.
No, you
I
had
was so
COVID.
panicked at that moment,
Pause.
so I instantly ran to the bathroom since it was the only room with a lock. As I was reaching the bathroom, he sprinted up the stairs so fast. I locked the door and tried not to cry. The man tried to open the door. He kept turning the doorknob. The bathroom had a small...
Now, I'm not gonna lie. If that was me, I'm screaming at this point. He knows I'm here. He knows I'm here. I'm be like, I have a gun! Get away!
Weird. Buddy,
You're weird.
I don't know what that last noise was though. I don't know what that was.
The bathroom had a small blurry window, but I was able to see outside. So, just then, I got a glimpse of what was at the door. It was a clown, with green hair and without a nose.
What the
He
heck?
was wearing a very weird outfit and was holding a gigantic knife. I had no other choice, so I quickly hopped inside the bath, opened the big window, and jumped out. I slid off the big roof and fell on the concrete. I couldn't even feel my injury because I was so scared.
Facts, come on.
As I was about to hop on the fence, I heard the cops. They entered our house, and after that, they arrested and cuffed him.
Nappy
When
head
they
clown.
walked past me, I was so scared and my body was
Why they slow
shivering.
down? Yeah, keep
But
walking quick.
I was glad that it was over. The police contacted my parents, so they came back home in a hurry. I would see them again, and I knew that I was safe now. From then on, I never stayed at home alone, and that clown guy was in prison for several years for scaring kids and for possible murder.
Dang. But how old are you to be staying home like that?